Hello friends, in this video the topic of discussion is the concept of friend class in C++ programming. So I will just make you understand, I will just explain the concept of friend class in the object oriented with C++ programming by the help of an illustrative program, a very simple illustrative program which will help you to understand the concept of friend class. So let's go to code blocks to find what I have written in the program. So let me open the function file inclusion directive hash include iostream using namespace std. Then I have defined one class which is called 1, class 1, having three data members of the float data type, float a comma b comma c, and under the public section I have used one parameterized constructor having three parameters as float x, float y, and float z. Whatever is the value of x will be assigned to a, whatever is the value of y will be assigned to b, and whatever is the value of z will be assigned to c. After that I have mentioned one class as class 2 and preceded by the keyword friend. So this is the friend class declaration. That is, this class 2 is nothing but the friend of this class 1. So we need to mention the friend class of this class 1 by the help of this sort of statement, that is friend class 2. After that I have defined the class 2. Class 2 under the public section I have written only one function which is called avg, having the arguments as the object of the class 1, that is 1 obj. So this obj is nothing but an object of the class 1 which is passed on to this avg function as an argument. So objects as arguments, the concept of which is used over here, the concept of objects as arguments has been used over here along with the concept of friend class, because this object is of another class which is not at all of the class 2. It is of the class, this object is of the class 1, and since this class 1 has a friend class in the class 2, so that class 2 can be made to access the private data members of the class 1. So this is the concept of friend class. That is, from one friend class we can access the private data members of another class in which that class has been declared as a friend. This is the function declaration. I have defined the function after the class body. So after the class body I have returned an integer variable from the function avg. Int 2 is the class name, scope resolution operator, avg is the function name, and 1 obj is nothing but the object of the class 1. So what have I done over here? There is a single expression statement which returns nothing but the average of the three data members a, b, and c. So that is, a can be accessed by the help of this obj object obj.a, plus obj.b can be accessed by obj object by this portion, that is object obj.b, and c can also be accessed by the help of obj.c. So after adding these three, obj.a plus obj.b plus obj.c, I have divided by 3, that is nothing but the average has been determined over here, and whatever is the average will be returned from this function, and it will be returned as a float. I think it will not be int because it will be float. So float will be the data type, the class name is 2. So float 2 avg 1 obj. So float will be the return type. In the int main section, what have I done? Let me see. 1 obj1 6 7 8. So I have declared one object of the class 1 type, that is obj1, having the values of x as 6, y as 7, and z as 8, and x value will be assigned to a, that is a will become 6, b of obj1 will become 7, and c of obj1 will become 8 with the help of the constructor which has been defined above. Let me show you again. 1 float x, float y, float z. So whatever is the value of x will be assigned to a, whatever is the value of y will be assigned to b, and whatever is the value of z will be assigned to c. And when the object obj1 has been created, the constructor is automatically invoked. That parameterized constructor defined above will be automatically invoked with the help of these three actual arguments, and 6 will go to a, 7 will go to b, and 8 will go to c of the object obj1 of class 1. After that, I have created another object obj2 of the class 2, 2 obj2, and after that I have written one statement, cout the average is, and then I have written this line, cout insertion operator obj2 dot avg obj1. So this is nothing but calling the function avg of the class 2 by the help of this obj2 object of the class 2, that is obj2 dot avg. And what is the actual argument passed to this function? This is obj1, and this obj1 is nothing but an object of the class 1. But how can we just pass this object of another class into a different into a function of a different class? It is because this of obj2 it is because that this 2 is nothing but a friend of the class 1. That is the concept of friend class, and we are going to expect something like this, 6 plus 7 plus 8, or something that is 13 plus 8, something we will expect as 7 will be the answer to this program. So let me see whether the output comes as 7. Oh, there is an error. I think 2 has not been declared. Let me see this. So this is the capital, it should be capital. So I think the error is fixed. Again an error. Let me see what is the error. Float, no declaration matches float to avg1. So it will be this one. When we have defined this function, when we have declared this function, that is in the prototype section, I didn't mention the return type. So that is the mistake which is coming as the error. I think the error will be fixed now. Yes, the error is fixed now. The average is 7. So see, the average is 7 is quite same as what we have expected the program out to be. So we can see that this 7 is the output of this program as we have expected it to come out of the program as an output. So I hope everything is clear in this program regarding the concept of friend class. And still, if you have any doubts and queries in your mind pertaining to this entire concept of friend class, you can well post your doubts and queries into the comment section below so that I can address them. Thanks for watching this video, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks again.